For me, creativity comes in like a flash. In Morocco, it was like that. It was kind of like that mystical place in my head where I just felt like treasure was there. I felt like there was something to be found. Those 8 days, something special happened. I think it was a combination of not being able to write songs for a couple of years, being in a studio environment with Paul Epworth, who's really creative and we have fun together writing, and then being in Morocco, being away from home, being outside of our comfort zones, and being in a place that culturally is so alive. And that really established what the aesthetic identity of what the record was going to end up kind of sounding like and feeling like. I think African rhythms and kind of more Eastern sounds was something that we wanted to be close to. So I think just, going to Morocco, going to the source was definitely a compelling reason for us to start the writing process there. There's two sides to songwriting for me. There is like the spiritual lightning in a bottle, like expression. That's where the concepts come out. That's when things come out that I never would have thought of if I just had a pen in my hand and I was like being analytical. But then the second part of it is the work. And that's kind of when I'll go in technically and figure out what needs to be there, what the lyrics are. And that part's a longer process, and it's not as fun. And they're both equally important.
I had something and
Sounds good.
lost it.
One of the things with this record, for me, was really not letting fear come into the creative process. The voices of our fans and the voices of our critics were in my head going into this process, but I knew that if I let those voices live in my head, and if I let that chatter dictate what I do next creatively, that the music wasn't and the lyrics weren't going to come from an authentic place. And I really tried to get back into that place to just write like nobody was going to hear the songs.